Hi, this is really late. It's November 10th. This was supposed to be filmed about 2 weeks ago, but it is the October update. So I actually just finished another video. I'm actually rendering a video right now to also go up. It's not going to be good. No one's going to like it, but it's more of an archival thing for people who understand it. So expect 2 videos. But I always say things like that and you'll never see anything, so time will tell. The October update. There's actually a little bit here. There's at least one of each. An anime, a video game, and a manga, at the very least. So that is always good. I actually got some really cool stuff for next month too. One thing I'm excited to talk about once I watch it. But yeah, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. Let's start off with the, oh my god, I'm going back to normal, where I used to actually do it in order of things. Let's do an anime. I think it's the only thing here. Sadly, I haven't seen it yet because well, you'll understand here in a second. And that is One Piece! Season 7, Voyage 3, episodes 410 to 421. There's Boa Hancock, so snakes and stuff. We're getting really cool. You're probably thinking, what are you talking about? I actually haven't seen the box set previous to this one. A lot of things have been happening on the day I usually watch One Piece, and it's been getting really quite a while since I've watched One Piece. So my box sets are actually starting to pile up on each other, which isn't good. But we're in the 400s. We're almost, you know, a quarter way through 400. I believe it's 513 is something along those lines is New World. So we are so goddamn close to New World. It is very exciting. We get to see Nami as Nami, if you know what I mean. So there's the back. We got Boa. I don't even know who voices Boa or how she's gonna sound. It's gonna be very interesting. We're very soon getting to part of one of the end arcs with Ace. So time will tell on that one. This actual case has actually come out and has curved up, which is funny because I've only looked at it once. So that doesn't make any sense. But once again, the packaging looks the exact same. If you're new to the One Piece box sets, every single one will look like this for over 200 plus episodes. Originally it was the Going Merry ship was the only difference. Then it went to the Going Merry on Fire, and now it's Sunny. So the packaging is very, very, very basic as all hell. But I guess it does help when they do their super box sets that have come out. I haven't got them. I probably won't. I'm keeping my sets. They look great. I like the white spines. But I might pick up the collections where they do 2 box sets in one. Just, they look nice. I have the first 8. 8? Yeah, I have the first 8. So yeah, but One Piece, always fantastic. It is my favorite shonen. Well, my favorite long-running shonen. You guys know what I mean, out of that Naruto garbage and stuff. Oh, don't kill me. Unsubscribe, unsubscribe. That's why my view count's been going down. Wow. So, I'm an epic meme. So, oh my god, is it the only anime I got? I think that's the only anime I got. But I can show a couple other things related to video. Let me just get those. One of them I've actually bent, which is not good. But we'll get to this one real fast. I'm not gonna talk long about these, but first is Mystery Science Theater. If you don't know, Mystery Science Theater is hilarious. It was an old, well, originally it was a public access show, which got picked up by a whole bunch of different stations. And it's basically, they get a free domain movie, and they make fun of it, like by commentary. It is now done on the internet by everyone under the sun, and they all got the idea from Mystery Science Theater. This box set is actually not, I creased it, which sucks, but this box set isn't that great. It's got Daddy-O, Earth vs. Spider, Teenage Wave, and Agents for Harm. I think they're all black and white movies. I like it when they get like the 70s ones. Actually, my favorite is when they get the Japanese 70s free domain movies. And the only reason they're free domain is because some guy, I think his name was Sandy something, would buy the rights to the movies, and they were actually usually TV shows that he recut to be movies, and then dub over them, and they're horrible dubs. They're funny as hell. I'm trying to think of what the one was. Oh, give me a sec. I can actually maybe tell you. If you ever want to actually watch one, there's actually 2 you should... Where is it? Ah, Fugitive Alien. If you can watch the Mystery Science Theater, Fugitive Alien and Fugitive Alien 2 Star Force, they're like Japan's Star Wars. I think it was called like Space Wolf or something in Japanese. But they make fun of it. It's the funniest thing ever. But I recommend checking out. You can watch a lot of them on YouTube, so I'm not going to tell you not to, even though I don't support it, but they're there. So yeah, Fugitive Alien. Next is one of my beloveds. It's upside down for some reason. Let me just fix it. If you guys don't know, actually, the other video that I was just talking about that I'm rendering is based off of something from this, and that is Highlander. This is Season 6, the final season. I'm actually only missing Season 5 now. It's an out-of-print show. It's kind of hard to get, but I want it for a certain price, and no one sells them for that price. 8 discs, last set, Highlander, Immortals. The only way to kill them is to cut off their head. It is now the time of the Gathering. And the Gathering is in New York City. Actually, technically it's not in New York City. It's somewhere else. The show is actually filmed in Vancouver, and they call it Seacouver. I don't know if it's ever actually said or if that's just funny lore, but it's basically, it's New York. And there's movies. The movies, if you're a fan of the movies, you either hate certain things about the show or you hate certain things about if you like the show, you hate certain things about the movies. It's a very controversial show and movies when you're a fan of them. It's almost like Star Wars and the prequels in a sense. What else is an example? Just Highlander, it's fantastic. Just be warned, there is some bad stuff about it. I love it. Immortals running around with katanas and swords. Only way to kill them is to cut off their head. You cut off their head, you get their power. It's fantastic. I can't recommend it enough. Yeah. Next is actually something I haven't watched yet, but I got it because it looks hilarious. Let me just see if I can take off this sticker real fast. Yep. So I got this for a couple dollars, and it was like a buy yada yada get yada yada free type deal, and that is Catman in Boxer Blow, a martial arts movie. I'm gonna see if you guys can get a nice shot of this. It is like really horrible. Like, you know when you go to like some weird big city, or like a big city with like a, this isn't sounding rude, but like a Chinese mall. You ever been, if you know what I'm talking about, where they have like bootleg DVDs? Where I live, those exist. But this is what like that is, except like it looks like it's 20 years old. It's 15 years old. Now I see copyright on the back. Which is funny, you can't copyright this because it's a free domain movie. So that's a lie. But this looks horrible. Catman, I remember reading something about how he gets bit by a radioactive cat or something. It's horribly bootleg, it's free domain. It's actually not a blue disc underneath. It's actually kind of has been pressed of some sort, so that's interesting. I'm gonna watch it. I heard it was like a TV show, or it was on TV and it was never released. Something weird. So that is something I got, which I thought was hilarious. So I guess we're on to the games. There's a few here. Last month, if you guys remember, and if you're actually watching this in order, like you just watched my other video, which thank you very much, my friend. You may have remembered me here saying I played another game, but I guess I'll show it next month because I forgot about it. And that is another giant train wreck of a video game that not many games give me rage because how bad they are. This one did, and that was Sonic Lost World. Before you go crazy, hear me out. A lot of people kept saying this is like the good, well, not the good Sonic, because that would be Sonic Colors and Generation, I guess. But people kept on saying that this was like the good Sonic in the past couple years type deal. And I'm like, well, everyone makes fun of Sonic 06, everyone makes fun of Sonic Boom, but I don't hear much about this game. I actually hear about this one being good, and literally the week I got this, they ported it to PC. So it's out there if you really want to try it, and I do not recommend buying it. I'm not recommending anything else, but you understand. This is broken, slow, the platforming when there shouldn't be platforming. I'm an old school Sonic fan. Everyone really is. No one likes new Sonic games, and if you do, you're either a kid or someone like Chris Chan. I'm not trying to make fun of you if you like it, but you understand that there are bad ones out there. And people saying that this was a decent one hurt me so much. I thought it was going to be great because I've heard good things about it. And I even, like, there's free Legend of Zelda DLC where you play Legend of Zelda World. It's like a mission and it's not good at all. It actually kind of hurts because Link is in it too. So it's not like a themed where you're like, haha, I'm Link, but I'm Sonic. It's like, no, Link exists and Sonic exists. Sonic exists in Link's universe. Now, luckily, it was Skyward Sword. So putting crap on crap is fine with me. But, oh, if you like Skyward Sword, I apologize. But that game was also really bad for me. But this is so much worse. Let's not say Skyward Sword is near this, even though in my head it is. But this is such a bad game. Don't play it. It's not good. People kept on saying it's like the Mario Galaxy of Sonic. No, it is not. Even though Mario Galaxy isn't the best Mario game, it's at least fun and decent. You know, like, you know what I'm trying to say. But do not pick up that game. Next, it's actually a game I've been wanting to play for a while, and I got it for an okay price, and that is Killzone Mercenary. I've never been a fan of Killzone. Well, it was never my thing. Out of the big shooters, let's say Call of Duty, Killzone, and Halo. Halo has always been my thing. I always liked Halo. I don't like Halo now when it comes to the new Halos. Halo 4 ruined it. It's a rant for another time. Halo 5 looks no better. And considering all the crap, if you've heard of a guy named Angry Joe, I don't recommend watching him. But if you like him, that's fine. But he did a review on Halo 5, and it hit so many things that I thought was going to be, and I heard about, and I was so happy someone actually finally said it. But back to this rant. What am I going on a rant for, guys? Sorry. But this game, I've never been a huge fan of the Killzones, but I heard this was fun, so I picked it up, and the online still works. It actually, with an update, works on the PlayStation Vita, Vita TV, sorry. And I played a fair chunk of the multiplayer. It's fun. It's not great by any means because it's a portable one. But for a portable shooter, it's actually pretty great. The campaign is fun too. I haven't beat the campaign, but on Veteran, it's like hard, fair fun. It's like if you die, it's your fault. It's not like crazy hard just to be hard. So it's for a Vita game. If you have a Vita and you don't have any games and you're trying to find games and like nothing really hits. This game is worth looking at. It really is. It's not the first game I would recommend out of the library, but if you have a Vita and you don't have this and you can find it for like $10, definitely pick it up. It'll be worth your time. As long as the servers and like I'm not saying buy it for the multiplayer, but for a multiplayer Vita game, it exists. So yeah, back to less rantiness. Let's go back to old school roots and talk about a platformer that came out called Chibi Robo. I actually have, oops. I actually got the big packaging here, which actually came with an amiibo. The amiibo is actually on this side of the room, so I won't get it. But if you want to look online, you can find it. I bought it for the amiibo back when. So if you guys don't know, I think I've told this story before. I bought all the amiibos the first launch. Everyone made fun of me, and now everyone wants amiibos. So I have as many amiibos as I can get. I actually got another amiibo this month, and hopefully maybe I'll show it. And it looks really cool. But now everyone is buying amiibos and trying to resell them for value, and it really hurts people like me who just want them because they're video game figures. They're cool, you know? I don't buy them to resell. So at the time when amiibos were still, you could get them without bad people buying them, I pre-ordered this game because Chibi Robo was a game on GameCube that I've played a little bit about. I actually own it somewhere, but I wanted the amiibo. because it was the only amiibo at the time that they announced that was like not Smash Brothers. So it appealed to me. I knew nothing about the game, so I got the game and played it, and it is a really quirky side-scroller, a little bit of Mario mixed with, I don't want to say Castlevania, but it's got a whip. He's got a plug. It's got like a whip-esque mechanic, which allows you to grab things and pull things. It's fun. It's not great. It's not like there's other games I'd recommend playing, but if you want an old school platformer that's just decent and fun, Chibi Robo is the way to go. It's a little expensive right now. If you don't care about money and price and whatever, I guess go get it if you just want a game to play. But I would recommend waiting till it drops a bit. But it being an Amiibo exclusive thing published by Nintendo, it probably isn't going to drop price for a very long time, because that always happens if Nintendo is the one who pushes something out. So there's that. We're almost done. There's only a few things here, but we got one more game here. This would normally be the game probably, because usually there's one thing I usually rant about for a long time. I don't want to waste a lot of your time. But this is a game that I was hyped for when it was announced. And then when I got it, I was disappointed. And that is Lego Dimensions. I got the starter kit. I'm not going to talk about the price of it because it was ridiculous. I actually got another set here. Just because I'm not going to probably show this anyways next month, I'll show you now. I actually got the Doctor Who set with Peter Capaldi's Doctor. Yes, I like Doctor Who also. Don't don't be like, oh, Whovian or whatever. But yeah, this was the only really other set I wanted out of the whole main set. And I actually haven't built it yet either. This game, out of all the Lego games, it's fun. It's cool to put your little figures on. The story's quirky, all that junk. It's fun to play. If you've seen the Lego the Movie, it's also really cool to see some other characters interact with each other. But what is a little annoying is that the whole game isn't on disc. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge you need to have everything on disc for me to buy it type person. And I just assumed everything would be on disc, you would just need to unlock it with a character, like any Amiibo game. This was a little not the case. There's actually was a day one 10 gig download. If you don't know, I don't have great internet, so that's a no-go, really. And that's just wave one. Like, I don't know if they're going to have another 10 gig, 10 gig, 10 gig along the lines. But you can scan in your figures. I haven't actually tried scanning in Capaldi yet, the Doctor Who one. But at least with the Portal, yes, I got the Portal one, and I also got Back to the Future. At least with those sets, you need that update to play them. You can play with the character and play with their vehicle and stuff. That's in game, but their actual map and world isn't. So that kind of hurt me a little bit. It's a fun game. I would totally recommend waiting till it drops in price. It's way too much money for the get the starter kit at the moment. Like, it's way too much. It needs to be about $20, $30 cheaper in my opinion. But because it has the Lego brand, it's expensive as hell. For example, that figure with the two little things, the Doctor Who one, was like 30 bucks. I can't recommend that. But I was dumb, and I pre-ordered all this stuff, right, because I was super hyped. And I've been disappointed. So, huge Lego fans are going to get it either way. But if you're interested in the game, please wait a little bit. But it is fun. It is quirky. It's hilarious. There's times I've laughed. It's totally worth playing at some point. But I would recommend waiting for the price to drop just a little bit. So, we're almost done. I actually got some Magic card stuff, but I won't get into that because that's not what... I shouldn't be talking about this other stuff anyways, like movies and stuff, because that's not what this is about. But I did get a manga, and I'll show that in a sec. Actually, I'll show this real quick, just because it was laying here. If you guys remember, I said that I'm a huge fan of... was a huge fan of Halo at one point. And I actually found this for $8. It was a little bit more than I'd probably normally get, but it's something I didn't own in the first place. And because I play another version of this game, which I won't talk about, it was kind of semi-nostalgic, and it might become useful in the future. And that is the Halo 3 strategy guide. I was a huge Halo 2 person. Back in the day, Thursday was the day. Every Thursday of every week, back when I was in early high school, I used to have a crap load of kids come down to my house, and we would system link my original Xbox with my 360, and we would play Halo 2. This is before Halo 3 was out, so that's some time frame. And we would system link Halo 2 all goddamn time, and it was fan-frickin-tastic. I miss that. I miss system linking. It's sad that Halo 5, for example, doesn't have split screen, and it doesn't have system link at all. Which, for old school fans like me, is gross. But, Halo 2 was fantastic. Halo 1 I never got into until the PC version of it, years and years later. But Halo 3, I remember so much about opening Halo 3 and playing it, and the issues I had when first getting it, and then finally getting it to work. I got a defective copy originally. But I didn't even play campaign first. I didn't even look at the campaign. I went directly, and I'm not one of those kids who went into multiplayer. I directly went into Forge just to look at the new stuff. And like I went and looked at the weapons and the vehicles. I remember seeing the chopper for the first time, and my mind was blown. And then at the time, on my landline, the phone, I called my friend, and we were talking both like, "Oh, did you see this?" Like we were doing the same thing, looking at everything. And we used to do that for every day. Like, "Oh, did you see this?" Or like we'd be playing campaign and stuff, and it was fantastic. That was probably middle high school-ish, something like that. And this was the top of Halo 3. You finished the fight, that was the tagline, it was fantastic, and then they made a fourth one by a different company, and they made a fifth one by a different company, and they don't exist in my head. They really don't. This was the peak and the ending for me, and it's nostalgic as hell to have this. And I know probably people my age probably feel the exact same way, that this was the greatest when it came to Halo. Back to the weeaboo stuff again. Is the final manga. Not the final manga, but it's the final thing, which is a manga. And I've been reading this series, I've been enjoying it. I heard about the TV show being released down here, but it was released by a company who didn't release a dub, and they only released it on DVD, and the show needs to be Blu-ray, yada yada yada. And that is Volume 3 of the Phantom Blood arc. Wait, is this the right? Oh yeah, Part 1, Phantom Blood, Chapter, whatever, 3. That is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. This is Volume 3. This is the ending of the first arc with Dio and JoJo, and it's fantastic. I've only read the first volume and a half. I actually may or may not have gotten another volume today, but that's for next month, because this is the month after the next month of the video next. It's a great series. It is dated. You can tell this was drawn a while ago, but the reason why I'm keeping up on buying this, every time I say I buy an amiibo for 15 bucks or something like that, I always throw another volume of this in just to complete the order, because free shipping, $25 if you shop on Amazon. You know what I'm talking about. But this, do you hear that beautifulness? Hardcover manga makes me, I'm not saying that joke, but you get it. It's fan-frickin-tastic. I wish there was more sets like this, hardcover. I know they're expensive. I wish they made One Punch Man in hardcover. That's another thing. We'll get to that one day. But this is fan-frickin-tastic. It's a little expensive if you go to the bookstore. That's why you don't go to the bookstore, obviously. Canada, this would be $23 plus tax. Whoo! I get that for 15 roughly. So totally recommend JoJo. Just know that it's a little weird. It's like, well, hence the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But yeah, that's the update. I've actually been getting distracted by a game or two here and there that will be in the following update. And I just got a box set of a Japanese TV show, not an anime, today, and I'm super pumped. I always don't have time to watch anything anymore, but this set is there. I will make the time. I don't want to spoil what it is because I will talk about it, I hope. And yeah, thanks for watching. I know I always say I'll be talking about something and then I don't, but it's all about timing and the mood I'm in and all that junk. You guys know if you're an old person like me that time and things never equal out right. But thanks for understanding and subscribing and viewing my stuff. That isn't that great, but it is fun. It's fun to hear people talk about certain things. And once again, if you got anything cool or you want to hear more about something, comment. Hopefully I'll reply. Hopefully. And yeah.